All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the beautiful Texas Gulf Coast, and coincidentally, Texas's most dangerous pass, and that is also known as San Luis Pass or San Luis Pass. The death toll here, I'm not too sure what it is, but we're gonna throw a blurb right here down there. Yeah, people come out here and they try to bank fish right over there near the bridge, and there are some very treacherous and swift currents that roll through here, and they don't heed the warning signs that are on both sides of that bridge right there along that bank, and they just get swept away. I definitely recommend using a PFD if you're going to do something like this right here in the kayak. Very dangerous stuff. But what we're going to do today is concentrate on a very deep channel that runs right through here, and it's cut out through all the currents that run through here, and then Cold Pass, which is just right to my left hand side. So let's see what we can get into. But before we get started, I wanted to let y'all know today's video is sponsored by KAYAK. Thank you so much for helping us out and supporting the channel. So KAYAK, they are a brand manufacturer of the Salt Native lures that we're going to throw right here, these paddle tails, and then also 10,000 Fish, the Shimmer Swimmer. These are two of their brands that we're going to be slinging today. If you're not familiar with them, I'm going to drop a link in my video description down below that will take you to the Shop Karl's website, where you can do a little bit of reading on these. This right here has become a tackle box favorite for me. It's very durable, and that very wide paddle tail right there gets the job done by putting out a nice solid thump. The vibration that it's throwing in the water, these fish can hone in on it. But yeah, thank you KAYAK for sponsoring today's video. Now back to the action. Let's start things out. I'm gonna start things out with the Shimmer Swimmer. I'm gonna use an open jig head. We don't really have to worry about oyster or anything like that out here where we're at. No marsh fishing today, unless this does not pan out, and then we'll go inside the bayou and then hit up some marshy stuff. That current is really ripping through. I got the kayak on full speed, and we're barely moving at 1.7 miles an hour. That kind of shows you what kind of currents we have on the outgoing tide. Incoming tide, it's just as bad. We're gonna scoot in just a little bit closer to the mullet, and then we'll spot lock. They're getting blown up on. I just don't know by what, but they are definitely getting blown up on. Yeah, it's quite a few of them. Cast straight up ahead. Boy, that current is really, really doing its thing. That was me scaring them. Those guys are just, gosh, they're so stupid. Uh-oh. Nope, that was a mullet that we hit, probably. Yeah, sometimes I always wonder if whenever these guys just bolt, they just leave the area because they get super scared. I'm wondering if it's just a rogue mullet that touches someone the wrong way and he's not falling in line. And so when that one spooks the first person, they all get spooked. And then next thing you know, you think it's a bunch of fish blowing up. I've always wondered that. And sometimes, you know, I can't help but think, like, when you don't get the bite, when you're swimming these lures right underneath them, I think that's probably what is going on. You got just mullet that are horsing around, making you cast consistently, swearing up and down that there's something underneath them, blowing up on the bait, and they're just going airborne. There's the thump, huh? Has he got it? I think he's got it. We're gonna go ahead and turn that off. Oh man. Yeah, that was a flounder right here, but look at that. Bit the tail, did not swallow the entire lure. So let's think fast really quick on what we have inside the box that can get this done for us. Because if the flounder are going to be biting like that, they normally, if the lures are too big, that's it. They're just going to chomp that tail. All right, what do we got? What do we got? What do we have in here? So what I've decided to do, y'all, in order to counter the fast moving current, it doesn't look like it, but trust me, it is moving fast. I'm going to use a heavier swim hook, and then I'm also going to shorten. I'm going to clip off like maybe the first 3/4 of an inch on the paddle tail in hopes that these flounder, if we do get another bite from one of them, they will get the whole hook in their mouth, and that should kind of help us out with our hookup ratio. So here we are at the Dirty Donkey right there. I always laugh whenever I hear that name. The docks aren't really providing us with much of anything. That current is seriously ripping through. When we get over here to this next set of pylons, you can just see how fast it's ripping. It's creating bubbles. And I don't think that our lure is like being able, I'm not able to present it the way these fish want to see it. And you'd have to have an Olympic swimmer redfish down there taking refuge behind a pylon waiting for bait to get flushed out. No bites over here. We've got another 2 areas still to rely on. Further on down in the bayou, we're going to hit a drain where the marshy style stuff empties into the bayou. That should hopefully hold at least one of the big 3 that we're chasing after. And for those of you not familiar with my channel and Texas coastal fishing, big 3 is the redfish, then speckled trout, and flounder. So hopefully we'll be able to get something like that over there. I've got the kayak on full speed, and I'm looking forward to getting there next and seeing what we can do. Mr. Lure. Uh-oh. That is definitely one. There we go. First fish of the day, Andy, let's go. I don't know if that was a flounder. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Let's check out our lure and our line. Line is good. Lure is good. We're gonna load it up with some more Procure. Here we go. Making a saltwater gusher right here for these fish. If they ever say I don't care about them, that's a straight flat out lie. Here in front of us. Missed him completely. Yeah. Second time, second cast. We got you. We got you. Whew. Boy, that one was hard to see. Settle down, little oh my gosh. We Captain Insano'd this guy. I am so sorry, buddy. I am very sorry. Let's get that out. There we go. Right there, the skelly does it again. Look at his tail. Gosh, that is so gorgeous. 18-incher right here with a gorgeous blue tail. Oh my gosh. They're in here. They are all in the flooded stuff. And if you're not willing to like push pole, then you're probably not going to be able to catch anything whenever our tide level, like the water levels, when they're super high. You got to be willing to go back into the marshes. And this right here is normally going to be dry or very, like maybe inches of water. Right now it's about at 4 inches, and they're back here. This is where I'm seeing every bit of the redfish, and it's not going to be until the water level goes back to normal and all back into the bayous and stuff like that where it's supposed to be, that the reds will start being caught out there as well. I'm not saying you can't catch a passerby who's like in transition using the bayou to go along the bank and make their way out here into the shallow, like these flooded little flats. But yeah, they're out here. They're definitely willing to bite. You just got to go slow and see them before they see you. Probably bait, but I cast right on top of his head, so if it was one, well, it was one. Yes, thank goodness he gave me a second shot. I do not know what I gotta do. He took me right into that oyster right there. Dude, I thought I had him. Oh my gosh. I seriously thought I was gonna get that dude. Y'all, this just is not our day. Look at this oyster. That dude. Yeah, look at this right here. Clump of oyster that dude bested us on. Oh man, tell me he hasn't been caught before. I've been searching for you all day long, buddy. All day long. And look at that. Our battery and the GoPro just overheated. So thank goodness that one is on right now to continue the footage. Yes, sir. Right there, Mr. Skelly. There we go. And we're gonna let this guy back inside the water, and you get to live to fight another day, homie. Okay, let's quickly talk about what it is that we're using. A light powered rod, about a 150 size bait caster, 10-pound braid, a 12-pound fluorocarbon leader. We've got the 3/16 ounce owner swim hook, the twist lock one, and then that root beer skelly right there, winning combination. Do it for today's video, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to click that thumbs up button. And also, for those of you that are interested in the paddle tails that we were using, that's branded by Catch Co. Want to throw the huge shout out to them again. Thank you so much for sponsoring today's video. If you're interested in seeing just how much money you can save by shopping at the Karl's website, purchasing some of the Catch Co branded lures, You have seen me use them for well over a year now, and they've got a paddle tail that is just absolutely phenomenal for every season. And yeah, I think that is gonna do it. Don't forget to go down into my video description below. There's gonna be a link to the Shop Karl's website, and that's gonna take you to where you can view these shimmer swimmers and then the skelly swims from Salt Native. So Salt Native is the saltwater brand, but you know me, I'm not gonna just shy away from all the freshwater lures. They definitely have their place in the tackle box because they do get the job done whenever you're out there on the salt. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, tight lines, y'all.